Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about another final stable syllable with Saxon. So I want you to look at these words. Let's look at these two words here in the first column. What do you notice that is similar with those two words? What do they have in common? Just these two words over here. Go ahead and raise your hand if you know what it is. You can wait for your teacher to call on you. All right. Hopefully somebody said that the similarity was the letters CI. Okay, both of them have the letter CI. Let's go ahead and look at this middle column. What do you notice is the same or similar about these two words? Go ahead and raise your hand if you know the answer. Okay, hopefully somebody said that both of these words have TI in them. That's how they are similar. And what about the last column? What do you notice is similar about these two words? Raise your hand if you know the answer. Hopefully somebody said the letters SI, and that is correct. So we have CI, TI, and SI. Okay, let's go back to this first column. If I cover up CIAL, okay, let's just take that away. All we're looking at right now is CRU. Is CRU a real word? Hopefully you guys are shaking your head no. It is not a real word. It's not a base word or a root word. So it's not a suffix. Okay, CIAL is not a suffix, but it is a final stable syllable. Okay, each of these words has a final stable syllable. A few days ago, about a week and a half ago, we talked about these two final stable syllables, TIOUS and CIOUS. And if you look over at the wall, we have two pictures over there. We have a picture of a little girl rubbing her belly, and that is trying to remind you delicious. And then we have another picture of the food pyramid, and that is trying to remind you of the word nutritious. So when we talked about those words, the final stable syllables didn't make the sound that we thought that they were going to say, right? The TI and the CI didn't say T or C, it said shus. Okay, everyone say shus. Good. So now let's go back up to these words. And if you see CI and TI, if you remember down here, they said shh and then us, shh, us. So let's go back up here. So CI and TI can say shh and then your ending sound. Okay, so SI can also make the sh sound. So if we go back over here to this word, and I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, let's go ahead and code the word to see if we can figure out what it is. Okay, so we know that we have a final stable syllable. So I'm going to go ahead and put my bracket in here. Okay, and we also know our beginning C needs a K back. And then our U is an open vowel. So open vowels are almost always long, except for a few rule breakers. But this one is a long U sound. So let's go ahead and sound this out. So we have k, oo, and then CIAL says sh, ol. So we have crucial. Who can put that word together for me? Raise your hand if you know it. All right, hopefully somebody said crucial. That is the word crucial. So notice the CI did not say s or k. All right, it says shh. All right, let's go down here to this word. Let's go ahead and mark our final stable syllable. So we put our bracket right there. Now, this is the rule breaker. Okay, remember, if the letter I comes before a final stable syllable, it often makes a short I sound. So this is the rule breaker. It is a short I, so we're going to mark it as a short I. The E at the beginning is followed by a consonant, so it's not open, so it is closed, so it's going to be a short E. And we do have a vowel pattern here. We have a vowel, consonant, consonant, vowel. Squeeze that V in there. So when we have a VCCV word, we know we divide into syllables between our two consonants. This one just happens to be a double consonant, two Fs. All right, so if we can break that word up into syllables, it is so much easier to read. So we have F, F, sh, int. Efficient. That is our word, efficient. Okay, let's go on over here to this word. And let's go ahead and divide into our final stable syllable. So T-I-A-N is our final stable syllable. And we do have an R-controlled vowel here, A-R. So we're not going to code our A because our A doesn't make a short sound or a long sound. It is controlled by the R. So we have R, and then T-I says sh, and then we have an. R, shin. Martian. Okay. Now let's go down here to the bottom one. This word you might happen to see again later on this week. Hint, hint. We're going to go ahead and mark our final stable syllable. So we're going to mark right before the T because T-I can make the sh sound. And our A is an open vowel. So we're going to mark it as a long vowel. All right, so let's try this word out. P, A, and then we have sh, int. Patient. Patient. Now, patient has a couple different meanings. It could be somebody at a hospital, right? A patient, or at a doctor's office, that they are patients. Or I can say, please be patient. Okay. If you are not wanting to follow what I have set and you're wanting to work ahead, and I might say, oh, please be patient. Okay. All right, let's look at our last two words. Now, this first word has a few different syllables. Okay. But first, we're going to mark our final stable syllable to help us out. So remember, we have CI, TI, and SI can start our final stable syllables. So we're going to mark it right here. Okay, then we're going to look for some vowel patterns. So we have a vowel in our O, consonant, 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 vowel. So we have a V, C, 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 V word. And then we also have a V, C, V pattern right here. Okay, so we know over here we're going to mark in between our two consonants. So we're going to mark a syllable right here. And then we are going to mark our syllable. We don't really know. We could mark it right here, or we could mark it right here. So I'm just going to start here and see if it makes sense. So on this one is just one of those that is a little difficult. Okay, boys and girls. So let's start at the very beginning here. We know that we need a K back on our C. Okay. Our O is not an open vowel. So we have a letter behind it, consonant behind it. So it is going to be a short O. And then we have this O over here. So it should be a long O, right? Because it's an open vowel. However, this is one of those rule breakers, and it is the schwa O sound. So we're going to put a schwa above it. And we have another vowel over here. However, this vowel does not say E. It does not say eh. It is followed by an R. So it's an R-controlled vowel. So we're going to mark it like so. And remember, our vowels back here, I forgot to say this over here, Our vowels at the end are part of a final stable syllable. So we are not marking these vowels because they don't say a vowel sound, right? They're part of a final stable syllable. They say something we don't think that it would say. All right, so now let's break this word up into syllables. So we have C-O-N, con, tra. Remember, our O doesn't say ah, it says controver, and then CIAL says sh, ol. Controversial, controversial. Okay, again, that was a long one. Let's go down to our very last one. We're going to mark our final stable syllable, SIAN, and our E is followed by an R, so it is an R-controlled vowel. So it doesn't say E, doesn't say it says So that's all we have to code on this word. So we have per, SI says sh, AN says an, Persian, Persian. Okay, so those are your final stable syllables with CI, TI, and SI. And those all say, everyone show me, excuse me, shh. Good, those all say shh. All right, have a wonderful day, boys and girls.